This is Innovate Africa, a series highlighting innovation and creativity across a continent that is on the rise.
Today on Innovate Africa, building cheap computers from unwanted e-waste.
Verifying the safety of medicines by mobile phone.
We have to have a system of traceability which leads to accountability.
Tackling Nigeria's rubbish problem using cargo bikes and SMS.
Waste queens.
Yes, recycling queens of Africa.
And a radical scheme to lift disenfranchised youth out of gang culture and into technology.
We now the change agents of that state of mind.
Solving social problems and positively affecting their local communities is what drives the innovators in today's program. We start in Nigeria, where there's a growing problem with stuff like this, household rubbish. Doni met a young woman with a radical solution.
This is my world. Good job.
Waste, a growing problem facing many African cities, none more so than Lagos in Nigeria, where discarded litter pollutes the surrounding environment and poisons the living conditions of 20 million people. Landfills are full to overflowing. Piles of unprocessed garbage and runoff wastewater harbor bacteria. But here, necessity has also been the seed of remarkable innovation. Bilikis Adebiyi has identified an opportunity for social change and a new type of business.
Separate the colors. Blue separates, white separates. We only give our best.
She started Recyclers, an initiative to create a sustainable business model out of household garbage.
I have a master's degree in software engineering. Recyclers started out as a result of a class that I took while I was a student at MIT, focused on people that live at the base of the pyramid, people that earn less than $2 a day. We're working to empower people in low-income communities with their waste. We provide them with convenient recycling using our low-cost cargo bicycles called WeCycles. Households register to our service and are assigned on a weekly collection schedule. So our recyclers go to their houses and the households will sort out their rubbish into 3 different categories. The plastic bottles, as you can see, the pure water sachets and the cans. The recyclers weigh the waste, each kind of material, and they record it. Each kind of material has a different value of points. Households then receive an SMS from our database that tells them how much of each material that we collected and how many points they were able to get. Many of the households that we are servicing do not have smartphones with apps. So we had to do something that was very simple and easily accessible. So SMS was the answer. Every 3 months, they have a chance of redeeming their points for a prize. They can get household items, they can get electronics like a blender, toasting machine, a generator, or even cash.
It's something even help by making the environment to be clean. Recycling means something.
We started about 2 years ago, and since then we've registered over 6,000 households to our service. We've impacted over 33,000 people and collected close to 600 tons of recyclable waste.
But Lagos is only the first step. Bilikis and her team are making moves to expand the initiative across the continent.
Please make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. Okay.
She has come to my home city of Cape Town to network with the manager of a recycling site in Imizamoyetu.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Cape Town.
Thank you so much. Like I said, Lagos, we generate 10,000 tons of waste every day, 20 million people, so many people. So we have this model and we want to make it such that it can be transferred to other places. So that's really what we're working on now, is to expand our model. We have to think big.
Zamoyetu, an informal settlement on the Atlantic seaboard about 20 kilometers outside of Cape Town, could be home to the first South African Recyclers Initiative.
Is it the first time you came to South
My
Africa?
first time.
Oh.
Bilikis has identified similarities between her hometown and Zamoyetu. 30,000 people live here, and their waste collection system is inadequate.
This is our glasses.
Okay.
And then the rest of the glasses, we keep it there in those bags.
Wow, okay.
And then
Nogwanda Sogyanga is the manager of the Zamoyetu cooperative. Here, she and her team collect recyclables dropped off by the public, sort and then sell them.
it's a daily business from Monday until Sunday.
Every day.
Molweni.
Moloweni.
Both of us as waste queens.
Yes. Waste Queens of
Recycling
Africa.
queens.
Recycling
Yes.
Queens of Africa.
The current system relies on goodwill, and the WeCyclers model could be the perfect incentive to galvanize recycling in the community.
It will help us a lot.
And how does the financial model of the company work that provides the resources to be able to provide these incentives?
What we do is we sell the waste and add value at the point of collection. For example, the plastic bottles. There's so many things you can do, to add value. You can separate the colors, remove the cap, bale it. And we separate the color.
And then you press.
Wow. And you get more money. You don't have to remove this one. You get more money than if it's like that. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
As we grow and as we become big, the numbers of and the amount of waste we are collecting is so huge that it can cover all those costs. But for now, we have not yet broken even. So we have support from companies that they fund certain things that we do. They'll fund our recycles. They'll fund our incentives, the redemption items that people get. And that helps us to offset our costs. I think personally that people cannot come out of poverty without having wellness. You can't have wellness without clean environment. So it all comes down to waste. Nobody wants to live in a dirty environment, but they have no solution. So we want to provide them with a solution.
Togo is one of the smallest countries in Africa. In the 16th century, it was a country raided by European slave traders. The capital city, Lome, has a population of less than 1 million people, many of them young. But it's one of the African countries least touched by the communication and computing revolution. In spite of limited resources and infrastructure, young Togolese are determined to be part of the technological revolution that is sweeping across Africa. Sam Kodo is a young man who has started a tech business in the city. His company, Infinite Loop, is a product of his passion for technology and the change that it brings. Sam first became known for the e-waste robots he was making since he was a child. He's programmed the robots to draw, play football, and even recognize faces. While he was at university, he and his friends could not afford computers and had very little access to technology. He decided that the solution lay in innovative thinking. With cheap computer chips and second-hand parts, computers could be built from the most basic and unlikely components.
Je vous présente Charles Kodo. C'est mon grand frère à moi. Il s'occupe du design de notre ordinateur. Nous utilisons les CD de recyclage où nous découpons comme sur cette forme-là. Donc, on a plusieurs parties. Comme ça, nous avons maintenant des sorties.
For a screen, the computer can be plugged into any TV.
Pour le USB, l'écran, l'alimentation et la télé. Et nous fermons le tout. C'est devenu un ordinateur.
Sam uses a combination of bought components and e-waste to make his handheld computers. But for other young Togolese keen on a career in technology, the markets are a good place to start. Lome's markets sell everything from e-waste to these plastic jerry cans. They are found throughout Africa, but here in Lome, they are used for more than carrying water.
Voilà les composants avec lesquels on fait nos jerry.
The jerry is a tough DIY computer anyone can build from recycled computer parts housed in a jerry can. This group of young people call themselves the Jerry Clan. They are working together in a downtown space called the Way Lab, a place where young innovators gather to collaborate and share ideas while building the technology they cannot buy. Audrey Rhodes is the current team leader at the Way Lab.
Parler du projet Jerry, c'est un ordinateur recyclé. Donc on récupère des éléments de vieux ordinateurs et à l'aide d'un bidon et du matériel de couture, on essaie de monter sa propre ordinateur. L'idée un peu c'est de démystifier l'ordinateur et avoir un ordinateur personnel à soi. Le Jerry est un projet qui rentre dans la philosophie du Way Lab, donc mettre tout le monde égal devant la technologie. Le nom Way Lab, ça vient d'où? Si on prend les 3 premières lettres, le Way, ça veut dire en langue locale, en langue EV, faire. Donc un laboratoire où on fait, d'où le nom Way Lab. Le Way Lab étant un espace de démocratie technologique, l'espace où tout le monde peut venir et développer son projet.
Part of the philosophy is to include the community. Schools in Togo don't offer any computer classes, and the Way Lab is filling an important gap. One of the most ambitious projects here is to build 3D printers from waste material. Some months ago, the Way Lab team succeeded in building an award-winning 3D printer using recycled parts. It's said to be the world's first 3D printer made from e-waste. It's currently being showcased in Europe, and the team is building more.
Nous avons raté le train de la révolution industrielle qui est passée. Maintenant, le train de la nouvelle révolution, qui est la révolution de l'idée d'imprimante 3D partout dans le monde, pour ne pas rater ce train-là.
Sam Kodo began his technological journey at the Way Lab, but has now moved on. Sam was nominated for a prestigious Anzisha Award, a prize for innovation and entrepreneurship. He was one of 12 finalists chosen from all over Africa.
À travers mes robots, à travers mes ordinateurs, je veux donner aux Africains l'envie d'avoir confiance en eux, l'envie de dire que nous aussi, on peut le faire si un de nos frères l'a pu faire. Et nous allons y arriver, nous allons y arriver.
In South Africa, Cape Town's gang culture is a complex social problem that's proved difficult to overturn. But now, a group of ex-gangsters are using technology to radically change their community.
Cape Town is a city visited by thousands of tourists every year, and Table Mountain is one of Africa's great natural attractions. But in the shadow of the mountain is an area known as the Cape Flats. It is home to a large mixed-race community who were designated Cape Coloureds during the apartheid regime. These communities were forcibly removed from their homes and dumped here. Many young people without cultural roots or status have turned to drugs and gangs. But now, this area has spawned an innovative scheme to use technology to offer a way out of the cycle of drugs and violence. This youth cafe on the Cape Flats is unique to the city. Here, no money ever changes hands, but nothing is for free. People pay for their meals and refreshments with a virtual currency called Zlatos. Many of these young people are unemployed and some of them even homeless. They earn zlatos that are credited to their digital wallets by attending free ICT courses. Zlatos can be used in the online store to buy groceries, airtime, train tickets, haircuts and snacks at the youth cafe, where free Wi-Fi and access to computers is also available. The Zlato exchange program and the youth cafe itself are key parts of the R Labs model.
Brent.
Hi there.
Hi, Ndoni.
Hi, welcome to R Labs, Noni.
Thank you, good to meet you.
Yeah, nice, you too. So this is our space. It's quite vibe at the moment.
Hello.
So these are some of our software developers working on different projects.
R Labs is a free tech space where everyone is welcome. Here, the facilitators run free courses focused on using technology to grow skills and build futures.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Every course attended earns the individual more zlatos.
We want to see more people having access to learning opportunities that will again enable them to find other economic opportunities.
Facilitators work with the students on developing software platforms, building apps, and using the technology on offer to turn ideas into income-generating ICT products. It's also a safe space for these troubled techies to come together and feel part of positive change.
We have our entrepreneurship class in here, so we want to give it like a corporate feel.
Right, so they have a sense of what a boardroom is like.
Exactly. It's all about empowering our local entrepreneurs.
Brent Williams used to be a drug user, dealer, and gangster. Having been through the R Lab system himself, he now runs this campus.
This is where all the coding happens. Okay. This is where all the magic happens. So people start off with our business incubator. We like give them a laptop, a starter pack we call it, and they have access to the internet, our resources, and also, which is a huge value, is our software developers.
Each year, the R Labs management team selects 6 new ICT innovations to be part of a 9-month R Labs incubation program. Through its partners, R Labs makes up to $20,000 available for developing the best ideas and getting them to the market. Terence Hendricks was recently selected to join the incubation program. He has developed a search engine for local people looking for entry-level employment.
Oos is basically just for the normal unemployed person on the road. It's a job engine. Been dubbed a poor man's LinkedIn. It's like a search engine that allows you to search for jobs. So basically you don't even need to register. You can just go to oosie.me and search a job. That's it. Before R Labs, I was unemployed for many years. And I told them my history, and then I said, but you're the perfect person to create something for unemployed people. We're just launching the new mobile site.
Lutando Diasi is another R Labs big thinker. He has designed an app called Go Varsity, which has just gone live. It's designed to help disadvantaged students navigate the university system, from applications to understanding the system and choosing courses.
So in this platform, it's where people share their experiences and other people commenting on their experiences. For instance,
R Labs is not only creating new businesses, but overturning existing role models.
People who have nice cars, who have all the ladies, who go out every weekend, but now we feel like we're now the change agents of that state of mind, that now if you do good, you are the example. That's the atmosphere.
The R Labs concept began with a revolution in a difficult space. It's an African innovation with the potential to change troubled communities all over the world.
Illegal prescription drugs claim thousands of innocent lives in Africa. But one group of Ghanaian innovators is protecting consumers with a smart and accessible solution. And all you need is one of these.
Counterfeit drugs are big business in Africa. Fraudsters are cutting the medicines with toxic or inactive ingredients, or just selling useless fakes, all packaged to mimic the real deal. Thousands of unsuspecting patients are unwittingly buying bogus medicines, and the consequences are severe. Huge numbers of these innocent people are dying each year as a result of taking fake drugs that either do nothing to cure their illness or poison them. Counterfeit anti-malaria or tuberculosis drugs kill an estimated 700,000 patients in Africa every year. Governments and special task forces across the continent are trying to crack down on this criminal activity, but it's a tall order. The drugs are not only sold on the street. They're often sold unknowingly by pharmacies, the packaging and appearance replicated to match the genuine brands. In Ghana, a company called Pedigree have come up with a way to fight back, using mobile phones.
We have to have a system of traceability which leads to accountability. And this solution, if it provides nothing at all, does provide that chain. It provides the tracing, it provides the tracking.
Bright Simons and his team at Pedigree are rolling out their mobile solution to this problem. It's a quick and simple way for consumers to find out immediately if the drugs they are purchasing are legal.
Welcome to Pedigree's offices.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Each single product, there's a different number, so it's like each product is serialized. That is the kind of name given to the technology, it's a serialization technology. Right. Very few people will take a second look at what they are taking. Most people, because they do not have money, would go in for the cheaper alternatives.
Can I have some anti-malaria drugs, please?
And then the next thing that happens is either the person dies or there's more time spent in seeking further treatment because of further complications that take place. So this is Cofex. So on the original product, you can see the batch number is written here and the expiry date is written here.
Participating manufacturers serialize each product with a specially designed Pedigree scratch pads. Scratching reveals the product's unique serial number.
Every particular product. What happens is that you send a text message with this number here to 1393, which is our short code. Send. And it is free for the consumer to check. All right, so in 1 second, we have the response. It says, OK, genuine Cofex 1 bottle cough mixture, batch number 1407302.
There we go.
So this is how we are able to protect consumers. You don't need airtime, you don't need to download a special app or anything. It's bare bones, it provides much more value. First of all, for the decision that is made for you to buy the product, and then second of all, for the manufacturer to also identify certain market trends.
It makes it impossible for somebody to say, I don't know how that medicine got to them. Because now you're going to have transparency in the supply chain, visibility. It's about accountability. It's also about the politics in our health systems. And tools that can reform this kind of politics are revolutionary not only because of the technological advancement that they represent, it will also change the politics in which welfare enhancing services such as health and education are delivered in Africa.
Time to test the system for myself. I visited a pharmacy in Accra to buy anti-malarial medication.
Hi, how are you? Can I just have 1 box of the Lonat, please?
This Lonat.
Great. Hey there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All I need now is to scratch, reveal the serial number, and my mobile phone. Within 1 second of SMSing the serial number to the Pedigree platform, I receive a free text response confirming that the drugs are legit. Pedigree looks like a major step forward in combating the deadly trade in counterfeit drugs.
Next time on Innovate Africa, technology and talent combine to create digital entertainment with a distinctly African flavor.
Puppets and politics, topical comedy on your smartphone.
What the bloody hell is going on here?
African superheroes on the rise in online gaming.
Imagination is just amazing.
It's virtually unlimited.
And a new music platform featuring emerging African talent.
Afrika.